Welcome back to Kyalami Motorsport Festival, and as we head down to the last few races of the day, we've got SKF Legends of the 9 hour and a big field of cars here, and leading the way here is going to be Jonathan du Toit, our winner from the first race, and next to him in the Porsche will be Keegan Campos. So joining me for this stint will be Gareth. Gareth, we're going to get the guys now, they're going to bunch up, they're going to get through a rolling start here. Jonathan du Toit, we've got the du Toit brothers in there. Unfortunately, Mark du Toit from the first race, he was on the front row with his brother. He had a problem, but we had a great guys there. Keegan Campos, Jonathan du Toit. Those are the two guys on the front row. But have a look there in third position, old Uncle Ben Morgenrud, as we call him. Yeah,
that's it.
He's gonna try and do something there in the start. But the guys are gonna come around. We've got a great mix of vehicles here: Chevron, Porsche, Mustang, Lola, Porsche. A lot of Alpha little spiders, and even a Volvo in the mix. So as they come to the last corner, Ingwe, it's up to Jonathan just to bunch them up. Gareth, I'm just gonna take the start here. We're waiting for the red light. The red light is on. And as the lights go out, we go racing. Look at the man there on the inside there. It looks like Peter Bailey. He got a great start. Uncle Ben Morgan, as the whole field comes down, they're already reaching great top speeds. Look at Uncle Ben on the inside here. He's going to go for the whole shot, but it looks like Jonathan du Toit, he's going to take it. He's taking the lead. Keegan Campos, and he's number 10. Is it Peter Bailey? No, it's Mark Loth. Mark Loth, he runs a bit wide. That gives Uncle Ben a bit of a chance there. And lap number 1, as they come through Yikske and Crocodiles here, or the new corners there. Let's just have a look. Number 10 there, Peter Loth, he went a bit wide. And Gareth, great start there from Jonathan du Toit.
Yes, fantastic. Look, going into the second to last race for the day, everyone out at Kyalami, we just want to thank you, and also we want to invite you to catch the last bit of action out here on our Facebook and social media, and so please catch up with Leon and myself. But as we get back into it, like Leon said, Mr. Ben Morgenrud, fantastic name out there, still hard and charging. And then we've got the Porsche machine and Jonathan du Toit out there in his Chevron, Trans-Africa Racing. So he's going to want to put in some hard laps in the beginning to probably stretch it out a little bit. And we know that from his previous races, he was putting in best laps of 155s.
Yeah, there we go, Gareth, just quickly. Yeah, Ben Morgenrud, Uncle Ben is renowned. Up through at the top of Yikske, he's gone to second position. He's got the hammer down. He says, boys, I'm coming for it. The old man is coming. Jonathan's got a lead. Ben Morgenrud second place. They'll put Keegan Campos in the third position. But yes, just to thank everybody out there on social media, everybody, the crowd is still around you at Kyalami, but please still keep catching us on the ILEB Facebook page. But thank you for joining us there. The whole day we've been giving you the feed, the live feed from Kyalami. A great day's racing, but Gareth, only lap number 1 as we just see the rest of the mid of the field coming through, down the mine shaft, hard on the brakes here, and that's number 27 there going through. That's Chad 10 Dushkate, but they're all over. Look at the Porsche there on the inside. That's number 88.
So we'll catch Ricard Chirante coming up beside or alongside the control tower here past the commentators. But let's go back into it. We see Ben Morgenrud still in the thick of it. Getting up on the inside there, fantastic. Putting the petrol right into the corner, last of the late breakers, which is fantastic. So making the move there on the number...
Oh, sideways there, Gareth. Yes.
Gareth actually made a move on Jonathan du Toit.
Yes, he's taken the lead there. Gareth, look at Uncle Ben. I don't know what they've done between races. They've done either the homework. Maybe Uncle Ben had a Red Bull there, but that's Ben Morgenrud. He just took the lead. Maybe Jonathan du Toit just got the biggest fright of his life as that Mustang came past him. Remember, you see that little Chevron. It's quite a low car there, Gareth. But as they come through Sunset now, it's Ben Morgenrud from Jonathan du Toit, from Keegan Campos. I think we're going to have a great three-way tussle here. Look at it, Jonathan du Toit. Now he knows he can't take it easy. Uncle Ben's going to make that Mustang now. You'll see the widest Ford Mustang on the road today as we in lap 2 of 8, Gareth. This is great racing this late in the day.
Absolutely epic. Going now into barbecue, we see end of lap 1, as Leon said, but only our second or sort of maybe the beginning of the third lap. But number 9, Ben Morgenrud out there in front. But you'll see there number 18, Jonathan du Toit, who's really been in a zip code of his own the whole day. He's probably sort of now, he's stuck behind a little bit. So I expect him to try and his hardest to find a way past. But in third there, we've got the Porsche.
Keegan Campos,
so yes. Keegan Campos, and these guys just running away with it. I mean, we can't even see the mid-pack in the backpack.
Yeah. But Gareth, just have a look. You can see how the Ben Morgenrud is trying. You can see. Yeah. Look at every exit. Okay, he's taking defensive line there. Jonathan's going to try now. He's going to be on the inside, but then he's going to be on the outside of Cheetah. But look at Uncle Ben. Ben. You can see when he puts the hammer down. Keegan Campos, great opportunity there. Jonathan was caught asleep there, but Uncle Ben, he's putting the hammer down. Keegan Campos, he's got his lights blazing. The number 9 is us. Martini Livered Porsche. Then Jonathan the Toy. I don't know if he's lost a bit of concentration, but just look at it. Uncle Ben, look at those sideways.
Yeah.
He puts it sideways.
Put down some serious rudder coming onto the start-finish straight over here. So that's Mr. Ben Morgan laying it down thick for us. And then the number 18 going to come up, maybe try around the outside, and that's Jonathan the Toy. And then Keegan Campos still on the inside, so he's driving very defensively, which he'll have to do. He'll have to make that car as wide as possible.
Gareth, just one thing quickly. Those two guys now won't fight each other too hard. Now,
no,
look here,
slow each other down.
2 laps of 8. They need to work together. But I'll tell you what, Uncle Ben might get an invoice from Toby Fenter this afternoon. Why you put so much rubber down on my circuit? But Uncle Ben is trying. Keegan Campos, he's in second place. Jonathan the Toy. If those two guys, they'll need to work together. They cannot let Ben Morgan get away, because we know Uncle Ben, all the years experience, but a great race here in the front, Gareth.
Yes, and now just coming up on those guys as well, we just saw in the back end of the picture, in 4th place is Ricard Chirant. So let's not forget these sort of middle order of these guys. Ricard Chirant, Peter Bailey. Chouart. I stand to be corrected. Thank you, Leon. But Ricard Chirant, Peter Bailey, and Mark Luat. So that's number 88, 917, and 10. These guys also, I mean, they're going to give it to the end.
Yeah, look at the guys. Also, great lap times there. Uncle Ben did a 2:01 the previous lap. But the monitor says a 969, but it's Uncle Ben leading. So number 9, Uncle Ben Morgenroot in the Mustang. He's taking the lead with we just gone quickly. We get into Sunset. A little bit of the back markers here. All the little Alpha Spiders, they coming through. We've got number 223 there. That's Patrick Gearing. And look at this dash here all over through the field. Gareth, great to see. Remember, these guys are on lesser powered cars. They're in their own little battle, own little fight in their separate classes. But can you believe it? Look how nice these little Alphas go around.
Well, that's exactly what we said earlier, and that was the fantastic fact that all of these little Alphas are sort of all bunched together, and these guys are still sort of going for it, you know. And even though, yes, I mean, they're far off the pace of the sort of front pack and lean guys, they're actually really not in the same class.
Unfortunately, sorry, they got a number 10. That is Mark Loth. We saw him there talking to Marshall. We see him parked there on the outside. It looks to me like just after, I think it's after Sunset, could be. Yeah, just before Clubhouse, but he's parked there. But let's get back to the leaders. Still Uncle Ben. He goes defensive. That keeps Keegan Campos. Look at Uncle Ben sideways. Gareth, that is great control. Car control. Rear-wheel drive Mustang. He's putting the hammer down. Keegan Campos, he just needs to play it safe here. But this is a great tussle. You can put a blanket over the 3. Gareth, at this stage, this will be our podium.
This is it.
Anything going wrong, but you cannot predict the winner yet, yeah.
So yes, coming out of barbecue, I must say, explaining to a commentator, let's not speak about the commentator's curse, but earlier on I was speaking to a spectator, and they were saying, you know, what's going on in the car, and how these guys drive, and how absolutely sort of amazing it is from a sort of spectator's point of view. And I sort of had to explain to them, listen, inside that car the whole time there's nothing stopping. When they come out of that car, their arms are like rocks. And that's exactly what's happening here out on track between those first 3 and the sort of rest of the pack. So close together, back and forth, and they'll try to stick to each other and sort of train each other right the way to the flag.
Yeah, Gareth, excellent. Let's just have a look here. A little bit of a mid-pack tussle here. Chad then to Shada, then we've got the Volvo and the Alphas coming through. Yeah, just to give the viewers out there, and once again, thank you, our guys that's following us on Facebook, to tell you that being in a race car, talking from personal experience, it is mentally and physically very hard. The hard work, you know, sitting here from a spectator's point of view, you sometimes don't realize how fast you go and how hard work it is. But Gareth, knowing yourself as well, it is mentally and physically very hard to drive a race car. It's only 8 laps, but it's 4.5 kilos here. It's very hard. Conditions are a bit cooler now. I'll tell you, track conditions are cooler. That's going to play a bit of a role with the tires.
A huge role, yeah. Definitely a huge role. The tires are definitely track temperature is a massive thing when these guys are racing on slicks. Yes, you know, you've made a very, very good point. I mean, coming down through cooler conditions as well, for the drivers at this point of the day, they'll be a lot cooler themselves. They won't be as hot. So maybe not as agitated, but as we can see here, there's some important decisions to make.
Yeah, let's have a look at it. I think we're basically halfway through this race now. Uncle Ben, he's got, I won't say comfortable lead, but it's our second and third place man, Keegan Campos, and it's Jonathan Newton. Maybe Jonathan's decided, let's sit back here just for a while. I cannot afford to make a mistake. Uncle Ben, I promise you, he he is almost said beat to the wall there. Can't use that word, but he's going flat cat. They are catching up to a few markers now. Keegan Campos, he's sitting there in second. He's trying to get away past. He knows I cannot let Uncle Ben get away. But Jonathan du Toit, as you see, they're passing it back, Mark. Yeah, we're going through Sunset Corner. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the sun is setting. The sun has actually set here at Kyalami. Winter time here in South Africa. But it's Ben Morgan from Keegan Campos, from Jonathan du Toit. It's a great tussle here. This is your podium. And innings, look at Jonathan. He had a bit of a look there. Going to the SS Gareth. I'll tell you what, we cannot say this is going to be a 1, 2, 3. I'm excited. This is great racing this late in the day.
Looking at it, Leon, we can say that there's a 2-cent piece between the three. But what leaves me to a little bit maybe of a question mark at the end, and I'm going to throw this one at you, is Jonathan sitting in that position? What does he have left in the tank? That's what we've got to ask. He's probably on the outside, going to jump in there. You can see it for yourself.
Let me answer you there.
So I'm going to ask you the question, what is left in the tank this late in the day?
Well, I'm going to leave Jonathan to answer you that. Jonathan's just gone on the outside, out of Yerkskate, down the mine shaft. He's passed Keegan Campos on the outside. I don't know. I can't say he's been playing a waiting game because it's a bit too tight here, but look at him now. Maybe he's decided, okay, we're only on, basically this is halfway stage. It's lap 5 of 10. They've got 10 laps here, Gareth. Uncle Ben knows he has to keep a look at him, going a bit defensive into Ingwe. Ingwe is our final corner that'll take us into the main pit straight for the people, maybe for the international.
There we have it. Mr. Uncle Ben Morgan putting a little bit sideways, coming back onto the start finish straight. And then we see now Jonathan du Toit is taken a position. No, well, actually no,
second.
He's still in the same position as second. But as things get a little bit squirrely there for Ben Morgan, I wonder if he's going to be able to sort of keep position. But you can see there that the Porsche of number 969,
Keegan Campos.
Yeah, Keegan, he's going to want to sort of not fall too far back from these guys, because otherwise he's going to miss it. Especially now coming into the last sort of quarter or third of the race. There we go. They're coming out of barbecue. I think Jonathan du Toit is going to have a look. He's maybe going to have to go.
Now, Gareth, just quickly, Porsche. If I can, just look at Uncle Ben's car. That Ford Mustang, obviously he's got the grunt, he's got the power. Look at him in the long straight. You can see he puts the power down. Then Jonathan du Toit, number 18, it's a little Chevron. Look at that car. You can see through the tighter section that he is a bit faster. So have a look here now. You'll see through the SS. You're going to close right up to Uncle Ben. Keegan Campos, if he's clever, he's just going to sit in there tight. Mustn't let them get away. So this stage, every time they get through here, you can still put a blanket. But look at Uncle Ben. He wants to put the power down. Remember, rear-wheel drive.
Let me tell you,
go too early.
That's exactly with the power and the drive that machine puts down on the ground. In that Ford Mustang, he's driving it as wide as he can possibly right now. So defensive, and that's all I'm going to say is triple D, right to the flag.
Now, I've been known for a little bit of defensive driving myself, Gareth, but let's get back. Look, if I look at the lap time, a 2 minute 0.7 there, as we just see some of the back markers. Once again, Gareth, this is an important one. We're halfway through this race. We're on lap 6 of 8. Okay, we're down there. It's back to 8 laps. It's not a 10 lap, but he's definitely 8 lap. I know that. Look at Jonathan doing. He's got the, he's gone past. What a little, it's a sneaky little move. I'm sure Uncle Ben didn't see that one coming.
No, he didn't.
Jonathan, I'll tell you what, Gareth, you know what's happening here. He can see there's back markers coming up. It's time for him. He said, look at Campos as well. Has Uncle Ben run out of a bit of steam?
I don't think so. I think what actually happened there is a concise and sort of well thought out decision. Like I said, I mean, did Jonathan du Toit have something to hold back or something in his pocket? And then you said, did he throw a Red Bull in the tank? I don't know. But coming down to the last 2 laps, maybe he thought, you know what, Isaac, this is the time to go. There's no time left. There's the back markers. I have to go now. And as we can see it, I mean, change the podium positions completely.
Yeah, Gareth, exactly. But look at it looks like Jonathan du Toit. He used that back markers to his great advantage. He's got a little bit of a gap. For a split second there, number 969, Keegan Campos, he was in the second place. Uncle Ben used all his experience. He came back. He's back in second. We've got 1.5 laps left of this 4.5 kilometer circuit. It's late in the afternoon. The sun is setting. The people are enjoying themselves here at the Kyalami Motorsport Festival. Please keep following us on the ILEB link on the Facebook and social media. But let's have a look at it at this stage. It looks like, look at Jonathan du Toit as we just cut back to the mid-pack as well. We've got the Volvo coming through there. We've got all the Alphas in the mix. Just have a look there.
Fantastic. We've got the Alpha still giving it stick this late in the day. Number 27 and
Chad then Duchata, and he's just taking he's overtaking the Volvo there of
no, it's
Big Camphor.
Camphor just sort of following there, and then you'll see those 4.
So number 27, Chetin Dushata, number 1 to 5. That's the Volvo of Vic Camper. So that's a mid-pack battle.
That's Alan Poulter in the number 125 car. That's actually the uncle of Leroy and Lau Poulter. So well experienced karter and racing drivers.
Yeah, we've got a great heritage. There's great family names here, Gareth, as you go through the field. You know, it's always everybody's uncle or father, but there's great heritage here. But the SKF Legends of the 9 Hour, they're producing a great race here. Gareth, we're completing basically 2 laps left as we're waiting for the leaders, but we're still focusing on this battle. It's Chad Tendushar. Look at him there. He's trying to fend the Volvo off, but look at it's Poulter, as you said. I was thinking about the other Volvo is Camper, but look at Poulter. They're going to the inside. And as they go through Crowthorne, people, for our overseas viewers, these are the new corners at Kyalami. It's been extended, so they go through Crowthorne and then Yexkay Sweep and then Barbecue, which used to be the old Nashua. And as the guys come through, we've got all these little alphas coming. Oh, yo, there we go. Uncle Ben just said, how's it to Ruth, to Keegan Campos.
And sends him straight into the sandbox. So he'll be stuck now into the kitty litter. I don't think, well, actually by the looks of things, a lot of dust there, but he's definitely hit the
he's just ended up, well, not a great impact there. But
not a massive impact, but I think it would have just sponged him a little bit, but not something nice to happen.
Yeah, Gareth, we were actually lucky as that midfield pack, as the leaders came past. Well, Jonathan du Toit, he's in the thick of it now. He's getting, look at these guys, they're fighting for their own positions. As they go to the S's now, as Jonathan du Toit in the chevron, he's got a comfortable lead, but we just caught the back end of it. Uncle Ben and Keegan, there's basically, they're on their last lap. It's lap 7 of 8, so they knew it was their last lap. They obviously came across the start-finish line. So Uncle Ben, although he's in the second place now, but I'm sure Keegan Campos will not be a happy man, and I'm sure they're going to first report to the clock of the course, and they're going to sort that out. But in the meantime, so like I said, Jonathan du Toit going down the mine shaft, Gareth, incident full, but a great race. I'll be honest, correct me if I'm wrong, but we've had no red flags today. Luckily, I know there's still one race to go, and I don't want to put the commentators' close down there. But a great race from Jonathan du Toit. It looks like he's going to take the victory. Uncle Ben will come through, but those were the front boys, and we concentrate on them. But we saw through the mid-pack there, great racing, and the SKF Legends, as per usual, like we said, great heritage here. It's all the older cars, and they're still doing great lap times around.
Yes, like I must say, Leon, that's a great point that you have there, and this type of heritage at the final flag over here. Well done to Jonathan du Toit in number 18. But like I said, just going back to the heritage that we have, this overflows into the sort of other classes and what racing's all about, and sort of like you said, the families that are involved, the names. And you know, just the camaraderie of sort of what actually racing should be about. It should be about the purist, and the racing should stay on the track, and you know, the crashes and the ding-dongs not happen in the pits, and this is what racing is all about.
Yeah, Gareth, thank you very much. We're just going to wrap it up quickly before we get to the highlights package here. Great win there by Jonathan du Toit. Ben Morgan, who came through for second, and then we didn't talk a lot about him, but Mark du Toit, that was the front row man from early on. He came through for the 3rd position. And
the screen,
the guys taking the flag here, the rest of the field just taking the checkered flag as they commit. Uncle Ben stopping next to the road there. Keegan Campos, they're just having a chat there. I don't think this is the best time to do it, but Uncle Ben obviously said, sorry, son. I didn't really mean it. And
looks like he's got a smile on his face, so there's obviously an apology there. That's just happened. I don't think something like that. Oh, look, I don't know. At the end of the day, rubbing is racing, and a little nudge here and there does go down well. But at the end of the day, can send you right off the circuit. So.
Yeah, great race, Gareth. We're going to just go over to the highlights package now. Okay, highlights from this race. Great start there. Jonathan du Toit, Ben Morgenroot, he took the whole shot. And look at it, going into turn number 2. The kink is turn number 1. Uncle Ben, he took the lead from the beginning. Jonathan du Toit, he hung in there. Unfortunately, number 10, Louth there, he had a breakdown. And in the blue SKF vehicle there, Uncle Ben, it was a great 3-way tussle here in the front. Ben Morgenroot getting it sideways. Keegan Campos hanging in there. This was the latter stage of the race. Jonathan du Toit decided it's time to go now. It's it's been 1, 2, and 3. The podium guys, they've been going at it. And look at the little sneaky maneuver here down at the one of the new corners. Just before they got to Cheetah, Jonathan du Toit went through, and there we can see it. Unfortunately, Keegan Campos, Uncle Ben will say there, not enough room there. Sorry, boy, I just touched you. Didn't mean to do it, but that's it.
Just to jump in there, Leon, it was a little bit more of a nudge. Yeah, a little bit more than a nudge, let me say that.
But there we go. And at the end, a well-deserved victory for number 18, Jonathan du Toit in the little Chevron. He took the victory from Ben Morgenrud, and Mark du Toit came for the third. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great race. We've got still one race left, and next will be your National Sports Car Challenge, and we'll be back shortly on Facebook. Thank you very much.